There are more than 150 developing countries around the world. The Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, with a network of some 100 offices worldwide, is instrumental in dispersing the country's official development assistance, or ODA, to help these countries tackle the many problems they face. Poverty, AIDS, and regional conflicts are widespread in many of these developing countries. There are few health, education, or economic facilities for populations which are increasing rapidly. The impacts of climate change, originating mostly in developed countries, are affecting the least developed states the most. Problems begin at birth. An estimated 153 children out of 1,000 die before reaching the age of 5, 40 times the rate of Japan. Globally, this amounts to millions of child deaths each year. In addition, only an estimated half of the population in developing countries is literate. We live on the same planet, and thus need to address these problems in developing countries together. Japan now has the world's second largest economy, but in the past, it needed overseas help to begin its own recovery. Tokyo was able to launch its famed bullet trains, for instance, with financial assistance from overseas. The world has become even more interconnected since those times. The buzzword is globalization, and such problems as climate change, environmental degradation, food shortages, and energy crises no longer affect only the world's poorer countries, but also the world's most advanced nations. In such a situation, it has become increasingly obvious that developed nations, such as Japan, must spearhead an increasingly globalized and coordinated program of development, regardless of ethnicity, religion, gender, or age, and to assure its assistance will reach the neediest people. JICA's work falls into several broad categories. JICA provides technical expertise, concessionary loans, and grant aid. In addition, it dispatches thousands of volunteers each year and provides emergency assistance following natural catastrophes. This is Timor-Leste, 5,000 kilometers south of Japan. Agriculture is extremely important, and JICA experts are providing the expertise, together with local officials, to improve irrigation management and rice cultivation methods. This effort has enabled farmers to increase their rice yield, and now they are attempting double cropping.
Tempo ulu kami servisu ilan roli karau mai kami roli sekolah anak masih tanah itu nih. Ini amde ulang kan tahap kedua ma pertama mana. Oke kami anla sekolah anak minus.
This is an example of JICA's technical cooperation at work, the end result being to improve the lives of people. Ghana in recent years has made rapid strides in eradicating guinea worm disease, a waterborne illness which infects thousands of people annually. Members of the Japan Overseas Cooperation Volunteers explain to villagers how they can keep clean drinking water. They teach water purification and filtering methods. They also assist in treatment of patients.
Tuma son sun shirkan ya lafi. Nyar fulum warma. Yan zang muchan. Ko tin nan yar fu kwan man nan na fang man. Kan wuli. Kan ya lafi.
The young volunteers in Ghana are among some 10,000 experts and volunteers who are sent overseas each year. The Japanese volunteers include not only young people, but also senior volunteers who are able to apply a lifetime of experience in helping local communities. ODA loans are extended under favorable terms to underwrite large-scale infrastructure development projects, such as bridges, roads, and airports, to support economic growth. Such loans helped in the construction of the second Bosporus Bridge in Istanbul, Turkey, linking Europe and Asia. Currently, another loan is helping to finance a cross-Bosporus rail link, which is expected to have an even more beneficial effect on economic growth. In the Indian capital of Delhi, ODA loans helped in the construction of the city's metro system, which is designed to ease traffic congestion and air pollution and improve the economic viability and standard of living of the city's population. More rail lines will be added in coming years. A 120-megawatt wind turbine system is being constructed in Egypt. It will provide clean energy for more than 60,000 households. JICA's ODA loans are fueling sustainable growth through projects like these all around the world. The world's most vulnerable countries may be eligible for outright, no-strings-attached assistance, officially known as grant aid. Bangladesh suffers virtually every year from natural disasters such as cyclones. The human and economic devastation has been enormous. Through grant aid, JICA has provided 5 weather radar facilities and related equipment to help develop an early warning system for cyclones and floods. More than 100 elevated shelters, which also serve as classrooms, have been built to accommodate victims displaced by the storms. This is just one example of JICA's grant aid in action. JICA is part of the Japan Disaster Relief, or JDR system, which provides emergency supplies, rescue, medical, and reconstruction experts during or following global natural disasters. Medical teams treated victims of China's massive earthquake in Sichuan. Experts gave advice on reconstruction in the wake of Myanmar's devastating cyclone Nargis, during which tens of thousands of people were killed. JICA, with headquarters in Tokyo, has domestic offices which, among other activities, develop projects involving the direct participation of the public. The JICA Research Institute conducts development studies, holds seminars, and exchanges information with partner organizations. Several thousand people are invited to Japan each year in what is the world's largest training program of its kind. The invitees include engineers, researchers, and public administrators who can study advanced techniques in their field.
Because they are focused on providing knowledge, so that you can learn to do things.
When they return home, they are expected to apply their new knowledge both to their own jobs and to help train their own people. JICA operates 2 major resource and information centers, known as Global Plaza, in Tokyo and Nagoya. Constantly updated exhibitions highlight the lives and problems of people in developing countries for members of the general public, student groups, and academics.
なかなかね、この辺まで持っただけでもこれだけ水を使ってるんです。これもちろんこんなちっちゃなペットボトルじゃないんですよ。本当はね。
Experienced guides are on hand to explain the situation in developing countries. Display space and meeting rooms are available for use by individuals or organizations involved in international development and cooperation activities. In order to increase the effectiveness of development assistance, JICA works closely with non-governmental organizations, or NGOs. JICA organizes seminars and provides practical advice, and in the field, it often organizes joint projects. JICA now provides a wide range of approaches to projects meeting from small to large-scale needs, and all under one roof. The world is undergoing increasingly rapid change, and globalization is bringing with it both new challenges and new opportunities. Climate change and its environmental impact, numerous regional conflicts, energy and food crises now no longer affect particular regions, but developed and developing countries alike on a truly global scale. JICA is constantly re-evaluating its operations to meet these challenges, working ever more closely with fellow donors, with private enterprise and non-governmental agencies, with governments in developing states, and in particular, with individual communities at the grassroots level. The goal is to ensure that millions of the world's most disenfranchised populations have an opportunity to escape traditional cycles of poverty and improve their lives and those of their children.